92.5. Brooke and Jubal's second date update.
Now, I haven't actually talked to the girl who's on the phone to do a second date update today yet. Okay. But I'm assuming, based on her email, that she's either 13 years old or 85 years old.
What?
Because of what she chose to do as a first date. She had her first date come meet her to walk the mall.
Yeah, mall walker.
So I'm like, either you're like a really old person walking the mall early in the morning to get your exercise, or you're a 14-year-old who wants to run around the mall and go to Hot Topic. I'm not sure, but I'm excited to find out. Tracy is on the phone. Tracy, how are you?
Hey guys, how are you?
Hey,
What?
good.
What? She sounds like she's maybe in her 20s.
How old are you, Tracy?
I'm 26.
26.
Tracy,
Interesting date idea.
I love your guys' show so much.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.
Why choose to walk the mall with your date?
I actually thought it was a good idea because I'm kind of new to internet dating, and I thought he would be crazy. So I just figured there'd be a lot of people there.
Yeah, public place, safe exercising.
Like a picnic in the park may be a good idea, or going down to the Seattle Center and checking out the Space Needle.
Yeah, your email said walk the mall. Do you mean like you showed up in like exercise clothes and we're actually power walking through the mall, or you're just going shopping together? What does that mean, Tracy?
I just mean, like, you know, get a coffee, like walk around, like people watch. I felt like there'd be a lot to talk about, you know, like, oh, look at that outfit, or like, look at that person, you know.
Oh, so you're like talking crap about people on your first date.
That's kind of fun, actually. Walk around and
great.
judge people. I think that's pretty cool.
Sounds good to Jubal.
Awesome.
What's the guy's name that you want to call today?
Clay.
Okay.
He's like really attractive. Like, seriously, so good looking.
You're like, let's head on over to Victoria's Secret right away.
He was just like really like hot, like as hot as his picture, maybe even hotter. I mean, just like awesome.
Tracy,
he didn't seem like a psycho.
Okay.
Was he nice? I mean, how was the conversation during your mall walking?
He was so nice. Like, we actually had a really good time. And he even made fun of me a little bit for walking the mall, and that was good because I feel like it was an icebreaker. We really were having a great time, and in fact, we had so much fun that I thought, okay, you're totally not a psycho. Like, we should have lunch.
You like headed over to the food court and
Sparrow.
made it happen for yourself.
Yeah.
It wasn't just food court. We went to like an actual restaurant, but it was really nice. And we had like we each had a couple of mixed drinks, and I obviously like was super into him. So I decided like I'm not gonna play games. Like I wanted him to know that I'm super into him. So I definitely flirted and all of that. I decided not to, you know, pretend like I didn't like him or something like that.
What did you do? Because it sounds like you just basically threw yourself on him and were like, I like you. I want to let you know. I'm going to hump your leg right now.
So I just like was touching his arm and like all that silly, dumb stuff, like playing with my hair. And,
Did you?
like, cleaning it.
Okay.
Your email says that you did something that you regret. What did you do?
Yeah, well, I was pretty buzzed from the drink, and we somehow ended up back in the mall. And I took him into the Gap. I was like, come to the Gap with me. And he was like, sure. And so then I picked up this dress, and I said, I want you to come and help me, you know, try it on. I want you to tell me if it looks good or not on me.
Did you invite him in the dressing room?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, man.
Come on.
He was like, this is the best date ever.
Well, I mean, it was a good date, but then I was worried that he was maybe getting a little bored. And so I kind of wanted to show him that I can be fun and spontaneous. So I started making out with him.
Nice.
Like in the changing room?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Having worked in retail, this happens a lot.
It does.
I bet
doesn't
it does.
Yeah.
But
Catch a
usually
lot of
with
people.
14-year-olds, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I do it by myself whenever I'm trying on something. I have fun in there. But I figure it's private and it's my time to get ready and do things.
And it's not awkward when you only see one pair of legs underneath
Yeah.
the door.
And all kinds of moaning. Okay, so you made out with him in the changing room, and then I'm assuming he thought that was going to lead to more.
Well, I kind of wanted to do something for him. So I did.
What?
What do you mean?
Gosh. Please say buy him a shirt.
Like, you know, like like we, you know.
Yeah, I think we know. Man, again.
Tracy.
I started off ripping on your date about walking around the mall. Now I wish
right,
I could go on a mall date. A mall date sounds amazing.
Tracy.
Okay, so I'm assuming that he was probably very thankful after all that went down.
In a changing room?
Yeah, well, after that, he told me that he had to pick his brother up from the airport.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's convenient.
Like right after, too.
yeah, because I
Just
was
landed.
planning for dates.
Okay.
This plane's 5 hours early.
Did you guys walk out of the mall together? Did he leave you in the Gap after all that, or?
No, we walked out together, and he said he would call me the next day. Like, he was like, I had a good time, and,
Yeah, he did.
I'm sorry I have to go, but I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay, and you haven't heard anything back from him. How many times have you tried to get a hold of him?
He didn't call the next day, so that night I just texted him, like, a cute little text. Like, that was fun yesterday, right? Smiley face. But he didn't respond to that, so I've texted him 2 other times.
Okay. Look, to be honest, if I went out with you and that happened on a date, I'm calling you back.
Yeah, a lot of times.
Jose, you calling her back?
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
I'll see you tomorrow morning.
I think every guy on the text board at 78592 would agree you're getting a call back. So what do you think happened?
Well, I honestly, like, I don't usually do something like that.
Sure.
That's what every girl says.
But I really haven't. And the thing is I actually do like him is the thing. Because I think he does seem like a good guy. And I kind of think that he might have been weirded out that I did that. And I kind of don't blame him.
Or maybe it just wasn't good for him. You know, sometimes you go in the dressing room, things don't fit or work out.
I feel like it was, though.
Yeah.
Sounds like he,
Trust me. Even if it's bad, it's good. So, all right. Well, we're gonna play a song. Come back, call him, and get your second date update. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Hang on.
Moving 92.5. Brooke and Jubal in the mornings. Second date update.
Let's just start off by recapping Tracy's date. Tracy, of course, is on the phone, and we're about to do a second date update for her. But let's recap her date real quick. She met a guy at the mall. They went out and had some food after walking around for a little bit, got a little bit drunk, then went back into the mall, ended up in the Gap in a dressing room where she did some stuff to him. And she's not getting a call back.
Yeah.
Tracy, the only reason that I can think a guy wouldn't call you back after a date like that is he's probably dead. So are you going to be upset when we call and we find that out? Because that's the only reason I could think that a dude would not call you back after what you so graciously did to him in the dressing room at the Gap. It was very nice of you.
And the thing is, I actually am kind of worried about him. Because
Really?
I do think it's weird that he didn't call back. I mean, why couldn't he just text back and say, I'm not interested or something?
I mean, you haven't heard anything from him at all.
No. And I do feel like, you know, if it was reversed, I would just be like, I don't know, I would say something. I wouldn't just not say something.
Okay.
All right, we're about to call him up, see if we can get him on the phone and get your second date update. Now, Tracy, if he doesn't answer or if he doesn't want to see you again, don't worry. Every guy in our listening area right now definitely wants to meet you at the mall. So you've got a lot of options out there, okay?
Including me.
Oh, God.
All right, Tracy, you ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
Hello,
Hi, is Clay there?
this is Clay.
Clay, what's up, man? How are you? This is Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning.
Who?
Jubal from Brook and Jubal in the Morning radio show. Have you heard of us before? I'm going to take that as a yes. It sounds like you haven't, but we're calling you this morning because you recently went on a date with one of our listeners, and she liked you so much that she actually emailed our show and asked us to give you a call to find out why you're not calling her back.
What?
Her name is Tracy, and I guarantee you, man, you remember this date. I guarantee it.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, that's such a sleepy laugh.
You remember hanging out with Tracy?
Gosh.
Yeah, the chick at the mall.
Yeah. That'd be the Tracy we're talking about. Well,
Bad
Tracy
boy.
is a listener to our show. Apparently, after that little encounter that you guys had, she's hit you up a couple times and asked to hang out, and you haven't responded. So Tracy wanted us to ask you if she did something wrong or if you're not interested because she liked you and would love to see you again. She obviously liked you. I mean, you know that.
Oh, I don't know. She was cool. I'll definitely text her again. It just hasn't been the right time, you know.
Hasn't been the right time,
There's
but come on.
There's
Look.
always a good time if you like her.
I mean, she was cool. She's not really a dateable chick. She's a chick I would definitely hang out with.
Okay.
I see what's going on.
And
I mean,
by a girl you'd hang out with, Clay, do you mean a girl that you would do stuff with?
Yeah, like she's like doable, but like not like really dateable.
She's
You know?
She's not dateable. All
She's
right.
a booty call. Okay.
And why?
Did she tell you what happened?
She did.
Yeah.
She told
what
us.
happened on our date.
She told us all about the date.
She told you about the dressing room.
Yep. She told us about the dressing room with the Gap.
Nice job, bro.
Yeah. You're getting high fives from every dude that listens to our show.
He didn't do anything. He just sat there. Come on.
It doesn't happen that often, Brooke. It's like if you were to see a unicorn or somebody, you have a friend that actually encountered a unicorn, you're going to shake his hand and say, that's awesome.
God, ladies.
So you just feel like she's the kind of girl that you're just going to hook up with.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'll text her again. Like, I'll text her on like a Saturday night when I'm wasted. Like the right time to hang out with her.
All right.
Do you feel guilty at all for like leading her on, Clay?
Not really. Just tell her I'll call her. I mean, she wants me to call her. I'll call her. But
Yeah, I don't think you were leading her on. You were planning on calling her, just not maybe at the time she wanted you to call her. Maybe at 2 o'clock after the bars close and you don't have any other options. That's when you were thinking of calling her, but you didn't lie.
like, she was super aggressive, man. It wasn't me. She was like all over me. If that's what she wants from me, then I'll give it to her when the time's right.
I have to say something because I'm not a booty call.
Yeah, Clay, that's Tracy. She's actually been on the other line listening this whole time.
Yeah, maybe you could have mentioned that, huh?
Yeah. Sorry about that, but I
don't-
forgot, like just like how you forgot to call her back, I forgot to mention that she was on the other line.
I don't even understand why you couldn't just text back and be, say something. Because I mean, I think that
I
would.
was going to totally text you back. I've been busy. I told you my brother was in town. I've been having to do like family stuff. I was going to text you. I just been busy.
Yeah, at like in the middle of the night as a booty call.
I don't mean that. I didn't mean that. I didn't know you were on the phone.
Yeah.
I didn't mean that. I didn't know.
I wouldn't have said it if I knew you were on the other line. Clay, if that's how you feel, just be straight with her. Be 100%.
No, you guys set me up. I was just trying to play along and like be cool on the radio. You guys like put words in my mouth or whatever.
You're clearly an ass. Like this.
I'm not.
you are
I'm
that
really not
guy.
an ass. I really do like you, and I really was going to call you. Like you can't like.
You
make
really
this,
like me? You just said that I was a booty call and that I was doable, but not dateable.
I didn't say you were a booty call. They said you were a booty call. I just was just like going along with what they wanted. Like I was just trying to show up
but-
on the radio. I didn't mean that.
Clay, you did say she was doable and not dateable.
Yeah.
Well, from that one experience, I don't know, but I was going to date her again.
Clay,
You
Just
mean you were
be
going to do her
honest.
again is what you mean.
what is your problem, dude?
I just feel like really degraded, I mean, I understand that you, like, might think some things because I did that, but I just feel like you could have just said that to me.
Well, this is a weird situation. I mean, obviously, I didn't mean anything I just said. Like, you shouldn't like take that for what it is. I was just trying to be cool on the radio. Like, I want to date you, and I do like you.
God, you're such a liar.
So now you want to go out on a date? Like, you want to go out on a date all of a sudden?
Yeah, I want to go on a date. I always wanted to go on a date. I told you I was going to call you.
Then why didn't
like I said, my brother was in
Question.
town. Like,
Why
I was
didn't
busy.
you just text me back and say I was busy? Why did you ignore the text?
I don't even remember getting the text, to be honest with you.
What? Tracy, do not believe any of this. Are you really honestly falling for this right now?
Tracy, you know how it works. Sometimes you meet someone and you go on a date. You don't want to call him back. You don't want to seem too eager. So maybe that's what Clay was doing. He didn't want to seem like he was like all sprung and trying to get at you right away. Like he wanted to give it a couple days.
Yeah, until
Right,
Saturday
Clay?
night until he was
Is that what you're doing, Clay?
Oh my god.
No, I knew I had to get back to her. I just hadn't like got around to it.
Trying to help you out, man.
I'm not an idiot. Like, I know what's going on. I know he's like kind of maybe a jerk, but I do want to hear him out.
You mean
Yeah, that's all I want.
Okay, then. How about we send you guys out on a second date?
Come on.
We will pay for it.
Nice.
A thing to you guys, like I know it seems weird, but I do kind of want to go out with him again.
He must be hot.
He is really hot.
Oh, okay.
You guys could go for another mall trip. You might be banned from the Gap, but, American Eagle's always available.
We're definitely not going anywhere near a mall.
I'm not going into a mall.
This is a horrible decision, Tracy.
There are other places with bathrooms and things like that, too. You're fine.
Oh, gross.
There you go, Tracy. You got your second date.